We turn now to the midterms again, just 18 days away. And while issues that are key, like the economy, inflation, abortion, immigration, they have dominated the headlines and the campaign messaging for both parties. Of course, also at issue here is rising crime. So we traveled to the battleground state of Ohio to see how residents there are trying to build safer communities as they prepare to cast their ballots. So here's ABC's MaryAlice Parks reporting tonight from Toledo.
I can't leave my purse in my car. I can't park my own driveway.
At this community block watch meeting just outside Toledo, Ohio,
It's depressing. It's depressing. I'm not used to that.
concerned residents have come to listen, ask questions, and discuss the police response to ongoing crime in their neighborhoods.
If you follow the rules on this, the prevention tips.
Residents here say they're worried about gangs, guns, poverty, and how to break the cycle for repeat offenders.
This is my hometown. This is something unlike anything I've ever seen in my lifetime. Things have definitely changed drastically.
Florence McLennan helps organize the meetings.
Don't answer the door if it's not someone you know. When you're walking to your car, be alert.
The group cannot seem to agree on a solution to crime.
The prosecutor got a stack of folders this high.
But still, they are worried.
Drug dealers, people running people over with their cars. And if you're not going fast enough, they'll run you over.
With midterm elections under 3 weeks away, Republican candidates here in Ohio and across the country are leaning heavily into this issue of crime. Republican J.D. Vance running for Ohio Senate, at times using dark language and trying to paint his Democratic opponent, Congressman Tim Ryan, as anti-police.
Some fringe lunatics on the other side who decided they're going to declare war on American police instead of violent criminals.
Vance has made crime a cornerstone of his campaign.
Let's declare war on the violent crime in our streets. Let's let the police go and do their jobs, and let's support them as we do it. That's what
In his crowd, we hear a mix from voters. Some tell us they are voting on the issue, but others say it's actually not top of mind where they live.
I am not seeing it in my very small community, in my rural community in Ohio.
I do agree that crime is a severe problem, not just in Ohio, but all across the country.
Our latest nationwide ABC News Washington Post poll found crime as the fourth most important voting issue come November. Voters giving Republicans a 14-point lead in their ability to handle the issue. An ABC News analysis found, too, that Toledo was one of more than a dozen cities to exceed its own previous homicide record last year, more than doubling from around 30 in 2019 to 71 in 2021. Toledo's police chief, George Krall, argues it was a combination of factors, many related to the COVID-era lockdowns that led to the spike.
We're social people. We're not meant to be locked in our houses. They were sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they went a little stir crazy.
The pandemic also created a backlog in the courts. You really feel like that started to seep into the psyche, that people were aware that they were less likely to go to jail?
Not seep in. They told our people, go ahead, take my gun. I'll be out in 3 hours, and I'll have another gun in 5 hours.
Add on top of that the social unrest after the killing of George Floyd and economic depression in parts of the city. Chief Krall called it all a perfect storm.
We had relatives shooting each other at cookouts. We had a sister who shot her brother over a PlayStation game. There's just no regard for human life anymore.
But as the pandemic has faded, an ABC News Gun Violence Archive analysis of crime data does show signs of progress. After 2 years of increases in shootings, homicides are down nearly 5% in our nation's 50 biggest cities so far this year, with New York and Chicago seeing double-digit decreases. They're also down in Toledo this year, too. But Police Chief Krall says that the ads and all the political attention on crime doesn't help.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You hear something or say something for a long enough time, you start believing it to be true.
To help tackle crime, he says the department needs more officers, and they're offering incentives, but recruitment is tough.
No one wants to be the next viral video. No one wants to get ambushed while they're sitting in their cars.
We also sat down with activists and organizers in Toledo working daily to reduce crime. They agree pandemic lockdowns led to more crime, stretching the community to a breaking point.
Our communities were already faced with trauma due to lack of everything, and then the pandemic did anything but exacerbate that lack.
This group defends that defund the police language that emerged as a part of the Black Lives Matter protests, telling me they still want to see resources diverted to other programs and that they believe simply adding more cops on the beat is not the answer.
While there is crime, I am literally more afraid of the police and what they might do to me or what they might mistakenly do to a young man that's in my community.
Black people don't want cops. That's not true. What we don't want is bad. I don't want bad food, bad teachers, bad cops, bad anything, right? But if somebody breaks in my house, who do you think I'm calling? Calling the cops, right? So we want what's good in our community.
What is good for the community? They say the tough, slow work of providing opportunities for kids and fighting economic inequality. And when it comes to casting a ballot this November, community leaders say they want a seat at the table and more engagement from any candidate running.
Do you guys feel too often like you're being talked about in the political arena?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm going to vote, and I'm going to encourage everyone to vote. However, the politicians are going to have to give us something to vote for.
Okay, and our thanks to MaryAlice Parks there in Toledo tonight.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.